what he did to Rihanna was inexcusable. Okay, I get it. But when you look at the story, Rihanna probably punched him in the face probably about 20 times before he ever hit her back. And I get it. He's a man. This is a woman. Keep in mind, Rihanna is not a little girl. Rihanna's like my height with heels. Like I've interviewed her before. I've met her before. You know? And a lot of times these men are being painted as monsters, but you don't really get to see the role the woman has played.
Oh.
See what I'm saying?
Listen.
How many times do you get punched in the face where you finally say, okay, I'm going to hit you back, you know, because I can't take this anymore.
Listen,
but then you can get punched in the face by a woman because he had marks on him as well from that night. You see what I'm saying? But Rihanna was worse off. I get it, you know, but at the end of the day, you have very abusive women out there. I've dealt with them before. You have extremely abusive women out there. And they're always the victims because they're a woman.
Yeah. Oh, listen. I would in no way, shape, or form make an excuse for what my father did because he was wrong.
Right.
But I was also a child, and then once I grew up and I started dealing with women, I was like, "Hey, Pop, you was wrong, nigga." But
let me put it like this, right? Let me put it like this. Did you see the video of this one mother and a child at a Foot Locker? And the child was like, oh, I want to buy these Anthony Edwards shoes.
Yeah.
And the mom's like, no, he don't take care of his kids.
Yeah.
You can't buy those.
Yeah, put them back because he don't take care of his kids. Makes sense, right? Get somebody else like John Morant. He take care of his daughter.
And you can tell the kid had this moment. He was like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but you're my mom, so I'm just taking whatever you're giving me as the gospel. Yeah. Like, yeah, go get some John Morant. He takes care of his kids. And it's
same
just like,
nigga that had the gun in the club.
Right, that guy.
Right.
That guy. Right. And it's like we're getting to see a woman alienating this child's father in real time.
Yeah.
I don't know the story, obviously, right? But you've seen this time and time again where women weaponize their children. They don't let the father see the child, even if he's paying.
Right.
You know, they file all types of bullshit through the court system and drags people in, you know, drag these fathers in. And unless they have a lot of money, they can't pay for the process to even see their kids.
Yeah, it's
and then what happens? Your daddy ain't shit. Your daddy's a deadbeat. See how he never visits you? See how he never comes by? Yeah, that's because your father ain't shit. That's because your father's lazy and your father this and your father that. They're not telling this child that, no, I actually filed all types of paperwork and everything else like that to make sure your father doesn't come around because I know I'm going to use you to hurt him because I can't hurt him in any other way. How often does that happen and it gets painted as your father ain't shit? You rarely hear the side from the father saying, you know something? Let me explain to you what happened. She filed this, and I wasn't able to see my child, and I tried to file this, but it takes 2 months to go through the court system, and blah, blah, and this was going to cost me $30,000. I didn't have it, so I had to get a cheap lawyer, and blah, 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 and this has been going on for 2 years.
My question becomes this, and men know this, we know this. At what point don't we ever band together and go, let's change the system? We have to fix that. It seems like we know it, but we don't do nothing about it.
We don't do shit. We ain't shit. All of us. The male species.
Ain't shit.
We all ain't shit. We all drop the ball. And we all need to being a father a lot more serious. See what I'm saying? We need to fight the system that I feel is generally geared towards the mother.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, and if we aren't going to do anything about it, then, you know, how can we complain?
Yeah. We get on the internet like this.
Yeah.
And we have pity parties.